Chapter 76, May 25, 2020, 10:05 a.m. The first song we played once we set up the speakers was Keep Talking by Pink Floyd. The Division Bell is a massively underrated album if you ask me. Some people are such snobs, they think Pink Floyd ceased to exist after Roger Waters left. I find Waters to be highly irritating after listening to him for too long. I guess that could be said about any artist, though. I closed my eyes as the song started playing and visualized flying through the sky and traveling worldwide. The song's spacey atmosphere helped intensify my visuals, and I felt as if my soul was leaving my body. I read all about astral projection. This is what I'd imagine it to feel like. I was at peace with the world while the song played. Nothing mattered but the journey. After it was over, I hugged my dad tightly and thanked him for the gift. I felt so overjoyed I almost cried. I don't thank you enough for what you do. I'd never wish for a better dad because you're the best one I could ever have. I love you too, son. Come on, let's play something loud and aggressive. That's what speakers are best for, aren't they? He asked with a shining passion in his eyes. They sure are. Play Rebel Yell by Drowning Pool. They have one of the best covers I've heard. Drowning Pool? Do you mean like that band that made Bodies in the early 2000s? Nu metal was everywhere, and honestly, I'm glad it was just a fad, he said, cringing. That one, yeah, this cover isn't nu metal, though. Good. I'll pull it up, he said, sighing in relief. Hearing the song sound so vibrant and crisp truly improved my day. I can't imagine life without good music, it's a part of me. Wow, that is insane, my dad said in awe. I know, I used to listen to it all the time, I said with a small smile. I'm glad you have a good music taste. The rubbish I hear on the radio gives me a bloody headache. Rappers aren't coherent anymore, I don't have a clue what they're talking about, he said, shaking his head in disgust. Do you remember when Walk This Way by Run DMC came out? I asked curiously. I remember it like I was yesterday. I was 10, and my family and I were eating at White Castle. Suddenly, the radio started playing that song, and I fell in love with it in less than a minute. My parents never let me listen to that song, though, he said with a chuckle. Why not? I asked, confused. They said it was inappropriate, which is a bunch of crap. Parents think every song is inappropriate, I replied, rolling my eyes. That is true. Grandma Delilah once told me that her parents thought jazz music came from the devil and that it ruined people. Of course, they weren't saints themselves, how bad were they? I asked curiously. They were highly racist and loved Woodrow Wilson because of it. I guess that's not saying much, considering how long ago it was. Evil must always be called out, if it isn't, it only grows. Clive, you just reminded me of a song my parents always played for me, he excitedly exclaimed. He looked as if he had just won the lottery. What would that be? I asked curiously. Play Where Evil Grows by the Poppy Family. I put it on, and although I had never heard it before, something felt oddly familiar about the tune. Another song that gives me that feeling is the DNA remix of Tom's Diner by Suzanne Vega. I swear that the latter song is cursed. The first time I listened to it, I knew I had heard it before somewhere. And I'm not the only one who thinks that. The YouTube comments were full of people sharing the same experience. I swear I've heard this song before, I said in surprise. Maybe you're a time traveler, he joked, looking right at me. For a second, I worried he figured out my secret and nearly had a stroke. How would he react to finding out that his son had the potential to destroy the universe? I'm sure he'd be thrilled. Maybe. I've been in quite a few places. I've traveled to 1931, 2015, and 2220, I said with a sly smile. He would never know that I was dead serious when I said that I traveled to those years. Quite a selection of years you've got there. Anyways, I'm going to go tinker with my robot for a little while. If you need something, just call me. I need you to leave the company. Okay. And Dad, one more thing? What is it? He asked, tilting his head to the side. Remember that it's okay not to be okay.